Although for us lately, I don't know about y'all, but customer service has been so fast every time. It hasn't been a big issue, but starting from last October when we had the new system, it kind of there was a lot of waiting. But anyway, so a Jewel Liaison is your personal person that you can call and he can look stuff up, he or she. And I happened to get 2 preferred customers this month. And the first time he called and said, good job on getting the preferred customer. And then I got another one 2 days later and he called again. So anyway, I was blown away. But I do want to say, and I wrote this on y'all stuff, that the girl, my second preferred customer, was somebody who almost crushed me from doing the business, who basically said that Plexus was, she was like, that stuff. So I'm going to say BS. I'll say BS. Sorry. Cause that's what she said to me. I don't believe in that or whatever. And then lo and behold, she sent me a message last week saying she needed it and she ordered it.
Oh my God.
So just don't quit, people.
Just don't quit.
Keep going.
The haters will come around eventually.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Isn't that the truth? Okay, so we can go ahead and start. I started recording too, just so y'all know, so that when we can play this back for people that weren't on. But okay, so we want to talk about a couple people have mentioned, how do I follow up with customers? What do I do? What do I say? So we kind of wanted to really touch on that and go over that particularly. So the one thing to remember is your new customer is trusting you to guide them on their Plexus journey. They are trusting you. They chose you to be involved with, and they are trusting you to guide them. So don't let them down. You have to stay in contact with them and follow up with them and be their personal cheerleader. It's not like, hello, hang on just a second. I don't know where I put my purse. Really? I know. I can't remember where I put
I brought it in.
I swore I brought it in. I didn't. Would you get it? Yeah, I couldn't find my purse. Sorry. Okay, anyway, but be proud that those customers chose you to be on this adventure with, and that they are trusting you and they chose you to really go along in a really personal business. I mean, honestly, it's not like we're selling or we're sharing mascara. Just an idea. Because if you sold someone bought you mascara, okay, hey, put it on. Don't forget to wear it. I don't know because I've never done it. But my point with that is you probably don't need to follow up every single day with them because it's not changing their life. This is affecting their life. This is affecting their health and their well-being. And it's very, very important for you to take that seriously and be proud of it. So keep that in mind when you get a new customer. So we're going to kind of go over your steps on how to go about that. So Jenny, on you.
It's okay. Remember, this is a relationship business. You are building relationship with your customers, with your ambassadors, and you want your customers to succeed. So the more contact you can have with them, the better. Really, before they ever get their product, you need to be able to track their shipment. So go into your back office, track their shipment, and let them know when that product is going to arrive. It's just a nice little welcome for them, because it's not like after you've gone back and forth and they finally ordered, you don't want to just drop them and just be like, okay, you're on your own. When you get it, you get it. You want to really build that relationship and just kind of give them a little welcome of, oh, okay, just track your shipment and tomorrow's the day to get it, kind of get them excited about it. And then after that, Terry Jo,
hey,
she
Jenny,
said I did
hang
this.
on, Jenny, can you hear me? Hang on 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody and then unmute you just because we have a lot of background noise. So if you guys want to just go ahead and unmute yourself and jump in real quick. Don't hesitate at all. So give me just a second to mute. There should be an easier way.
Oh, I thought there was a mute all, but I don't.
I thought there was too, but I apparently cannot find it right now.
I don't know.
Of course.
You're good. Yeah. You're good host. Meeting host. You're
Okay, I think we should be good, Jenny.
Okay, perfect. And like she said, if y'all have a question or a comment or something, feel free, to raise your hand or whatever. And Terry Jo you can see everyone, right, Terry Jo?
I can, or you can just click unmute and just jump in. You can unmute yourself.
Okay,
So
perfect.
You can do that too.
Okay. So, like I said, relationship business, you want them to succeed. So before they ever receive their order, you want to be able to track their shipment in your back office and then send a message to them, pumping them up about their order. Oh, you get your order tomorrow. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Get them excited about receiving it. And then Terry Jo said I did this with her, and I totally don't remember. She said she sends a measurement chart. I guess I sent her a measurement chart. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But I usually don't do that. And I probably should, because that's one of the things that I wish I would have done is measured before. Because I lost inches more than I ever lost weight. I never really hardly ever weigh anyway. So, but one thing you do want to do is encourage them to track their progress. So you can send this measurement chart, and Terry Jo has it, and she can send it, or maybe even post it in the link when we post. Okay, yeah. Perfect. And then encourage them to take their measurements so they can see their progress. And then as well as the product regimen. And usually I don't send the project regimen until they get their order. Like I usually send them, like they place their order, and then a few days later I track their package and I say, okay, your package should be arriving today. And after I've seen it's been delivered, then I send the instructions, because otherwise it's just a little too much to send it all in one email before they've ever received their product. So that's usually what I do. I just make sure that their product has been delivered, and then I send them how to take it, especially if it's the triplex, because that's a very tricky one. And the majority of people do, or a lot of people do order it. And you want to make sure that they are taking it right, because, if they start and, they can easily quit if you don't give them proper guidance on the triplex. So that is what I would send them the day of that they receive their product. And usually if they receive their product, they're starting the next day. So within those first few days of that order, of them ordering, you've really got to be on top of them, tracking their package and making sure you reach out before they ever reach their package. Another thing you can do is send a video of how the products work. Like there's a video that we posted that we always share in our Sip and See from, what's her name?
Jill Werness.
Yes.
Jill Werness.
There's that one. And she describes the triplex combo and why it works. Or Jennifer Pickett is a good one that we like to share her video of how the Slim works. And another one is Ame Darling. And they all do a really good, and they're all like either RDs or nutritionists or dietitians, and they do a really good job explaining how the products work. So that's a good thing, like once they receive their product, to send. If you haven't already, a lot of people send it before they even order, just to kind of show them, what the products are and how they work. But if you haven't, that's a good video to send when they receive their product. And then the last thing would be, within the first few days of ordering, would be encouraging them to drink a lot of water, because a lot is going on. It's really changing the chemistry of your body, essentially, with your gut, especially if you throw in the triplex combo and with your gut, and balancing the blood sugars. And a lot of people can have die off or detox. And so encouraging them to drink as much water as possible, like half their weight in ounces, is very good. So those are the first few things within the first few days that you can encourage.
Yeah, for sure. So remember that you are starting to reach out every single day, when they first get started. And then you kind of can go to every few days. So say if they start the Slim today, you want to reach out and be like, hey, just making sure you take your Slim. You can send them a Slim product video, something along those lines. You can reach out day 2 if you want. You can reach out day 3. Or you could go ahead and wait till, give them 3 days on the product and reach out on day 4. That's totally up to you and how you want to build that relationship with them. But definitely on day 4, if they're getting ready to start, say, the Bio Cleanse or the ProBio 5, or they want to add an accelerator, I would definitely recommend reaching out on that particular day that they're starting a new product and just talking to them about the product. Hey, did you take your Accelerator Plus today? You only took one, right? You know, things like that. But as they get going, say if they are on day 7 and they're like, yeah, I haven't noticed anything. I haven't lost any weight. Okay, great. Because most people aren't going to lose weight in 7 days, although they can. But you want to inspire them with other changes. So you want to ask things like, have you noticed any better sleep, or that you're sleeping better? Or have your cravings changed? Are your cravings reduced? Or is your appetite a little bit different? Do you have more energy, or has your mood improved? If you say things like that, they start going, oh, yeah, I am sleeping better. Or, oh, yeah, I'm really not craving my pop anymore. They're not looking at that big picture. And so that's what you're there for, is you are there to remind them about all of those non-scale victories, about whether it's pain, or, if they started for pain, you can say, just checking to see how your pain level is or how your discomfort is. Just check in about all those non-scale victories too, because although I love the weight loss, and that's fantastic, and I loved the inch loss, by hands down, I would give all of that back and keep everything else that I've gained, that I've succeeded with. I mean, I don't have any more migraines and headaches. And to be able to recognize that, and, if I would have been telling Jenny that I suffered from migraines, she could have been checking in on me going, so how are your headaches today, or things like that. And then I would have noticed something that was really, really major in my life and that caused me a lot of discomfort. So anyway, just inspire your new customers. And these are for new ambassador approaches too. Inspire those new customers and new ambassadors with those non-scale victories, those non-scale changes, because those are really, really important.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Okay, Heather, did you have
a question? Hang on, Barb. Hold on one second.
Okay.
That was fun. Look, you guys can type in questions. Yes.
I know, and Heather did too.
Yes.
Heather wanted to ask a question too. Okay, did you see that?
Yes, Heather, you can totally ask questions here, or you can unmute yourself. We love to hear y'all talk. Where do we go to check on new ambassador orders? Barb, you will sign into your back office. You will go into reports. And if it's a customer, when you click on reports, there is a drop down and there's a ton of different options. You would click on customer reports. When you click on customer reports, your customers' names will pop up and you can click on their name. And then when you click on their name, it's going to give their box of their information. So when you click on their order history, I know it sounds like a lot, but you'll go to reports, customer reports, click on their name, and then order history is right there. And you'll click on their order history. And from that, you'll be able to click on their tracking number or their order number there. And the same thing with your your ambassadors. You can check all your ambassador orders as well. And that is by reports, and your ambassadors are under detailed genealogy. So your reports button on your back office is going to have loads and loads of information. But you would do the same thing if you wanted to check on a new ambassador's tracking. You would click on reports, detailed genealogy, and then again, you would click on that person's name, and their box of information would pop up, and you would click on their order history. And then you can either click their order number or their tracking number if they already have one. But that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that.
Yes, it's a great question. Thank you. Okay.
She's shaking her head yes as we're going through the steps. I love it.
Okay. I didn't catch the rest of it. Okay.
That's awesome.
Cool. That's a good point here, Joe, that you said, because it's not only customers, any ambassador you get, especially an ambassador that's new to the product, you want them to succeed too. So you need to be following up with them and letting them know how to, tracking their products, letting them know when they're gonna receive it, and then giving them the regimen of how to take the products as well. So what was that? I didn't miss that. Did you see that, Terry Jo?
I did, and I might cry. Okay, so Heather, do you mind if I kind of share a little bit of what you sent? Hang on one second. Okay, so
sure,
Heather,
sure. Okay.
I'm gonna totally smash your last name. Ibarra. If you want to unmute yourself, you can totally do that, Heather. She asked about, she doesn't have a mic. Okay, so she said she signed on as an ambassador to get the cheapest price, which I guarantee you every single one of us started out for that exact same reason. She wants to know, she ordered the triplex and wants to know if it really works for pain because she suffers from fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis. She wants to lose weight. And I don't even know how to pronounce these words. And Tova, maybe you can help me out. Lipodema or lipodema? Lymphedema? Lipodema? Tova, am I saying that right?
Yes. No, it's going to be lymphedema.
Okay. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I probably would have to look that up. But definitely like fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. I'll tell you just from a personal experience, one of my dear friends, her daughter is 18 and she has rheumatoid arthritis. She's been giving herself shots and daily medication as well. I believe she's done shots about twice a week, maybe 3, but I know at least twice a week for the last 4 years. I think she was diagnosed when she was 14. She is off of her rheumatoid arthritis shots, and she started in March. Her mom is a nurse, so like many that are on our team, her mom is a nurse, and the reason she started her on the triplex was because of her rheumatoid arthritis, and she wanted to see if she could get her off shots before she left for college, which was last weekend. And her daughter Haley is completely off of her shots. Her pain is considerably better. She still takes her medication, obviously, but they're hoping that she'll be off of that soon too. I guess she's just doing amazingly well. We have other members on our team that have fibromyalgia, and their pain is considerably less. So my biggest recommendation for you is to be consistent every single day. Every single day.
Every single day. Don't miss a day.
Mm-mm. And it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, it really is not. When you have these health issues, it's not going to happen overnight. So don't think you're going to wake up tomorrow, the first day on your triplex, and think it's going to be gone, because it does take, it takes a while for your gut to get healthy. And Teresa Johnson just piped in and said she still takes one medication for her arthritis, but her knee pain is virtually gone. She has so much more movement, and she's only been on the triplex for 1 month. I swear, all this stuff just makes me emotional. Right.
Here, guys, we are changing lives here. Like this is like, people think like, I'm seriously, I have tears in my eyes. People, when they see the way we post, especially Terry Jo and I, and our crazy videos that we do, and our, singing and lip syncing to videos, people think it's this fluffy little job. Guys, we are changing lives. We have the power to be able to share something that can change somebody's life. That is an amazing feeling. It's an amazing, amazing feeling. So just remember that if you ever don't want to post, don't want to reach out, or scared to reach out, we have the power to change people's lives. That's pretty amazing. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom with a health degree, and I have the power because I have something in my hands that I can share with everybody that I know that it could change. I had no idea that Terry Jo suffered so bad from migraines. I seriously had no clue. I had no clue. I just wanted her to do it with me because we were going to have so much fun, and oh my gosh, and it was going to be amazing, and we would be a great team and stuff. I had no idea it would change her life. Like that's a powerful thing. So that's so cool. Oh my gosh, this meeting took a total change, right, didn't it?
Okay. Teresa was mentioning that she just ordered the Ease cream I don't know if y'all can read all of the stuff going on the sides, but Teresa mentioned that she just ordered the Ease cream, and she was, the days that she walks a lot more and gets stiff. I'm telling you, the Ease cream is flipping fantastic. Totally different, but I tore my calf back in December, and I couldn't put a lot of pressure on it because it felt like it was on fire and flames were coming out of it because it hurt so bad. When I would rub that Ease cream on there, I could actually walk. It's a temporary relief, but it's amazing. My daughter hurt her knee in volleyball the other night and came off limping and had tears in her eyes. And we put the Ease cream on her knee before we left the volleyball, the building. I can't think of what
court. The court.
Before we left the court, gosh. And the girl was, it took about 10 minutes, and then she was able to walk. But, she was crying because it hurt so bad, It really is. And a friend of mine that has fibromyalgia, she absolutely loves the Ease cream and the Ease capsules. They have changed her life. So those are definitely other options too. But Heather, just start out with the triplex and just go with that for a while. You definitely don't need to be adding other things in, but there are other things that can help you in that Ease.
Oh, absolutely. I really, and Amy told me this from day one, start like the fewest possible products as possible, and then work your way. Because when I joined and was looking through the catalog, I was like, I need everything, and I want to take everything. And Amy was like, slow down there. So absolutely. Aaliyah, did you have something that you wanted to say?
Yeah, Heather, just kind of an idea for you. I'm diabetic. I do not suffer from severe neuropathy. Hoping not to get to that point. My husband, however, does. He has been taking the Slim for about 5 days now. Already starting to gain some sensation back in his feet. Yay! Other things that are happening for us is that I have been on, for 1 month as of today, the triplex combo. I had been taking simvastatin for over a year. Simvastatin, as it is a statin, has been affecting my joints incredibly. It hurts for me to walk the 4 flights of stairs to my office. I stopped taking simvastatin 2 weeks ago with the doctor's okay. Since I've started the triplex combo and getting rid of the simvastatin, I can actually climb all 4 sets of stairs without stopping with knee pain.
Oh.
A triplex combo. So the simvastatin is really killing me, and I'm glad it's gone. So I'm not trying to say this is a wonder drug, but my non-scale victories have been huge. And I say that with a capital H-U-N-G-E.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I know yours have. Aaliyah, you've had like results from day one. I tell you, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, you really have that. It's fantastic. It is. I mean, if you don't have, like, I swear, if you don't have your health, if you don't have a good sense of health, then what do you have? Like, and this can give it to you. So I love the non-scale victories. I absolutely love the non-scale more than the scale.
I do too. So
it's fantastic. It can be, it's just life changing for the better. Sure.
Right. And I will say, I mean, and this is probably something we should say all the time, and because Heather was saying she's got 4 diseases with no cure. I will remind everybody that Plexus is not a cure. Do not promote it as a cure.
Right.
But the life quality of changes that you can get from your body functioning the right way, and the cells forming the right way, and the cells functioning the right way, and your gut health the right way, can pretty much make your body life quality completely different than where it's at.
Right. Absolutely.
So, I mean, amazing.
Absolutely.
Just amazing that people can go have RA and go into remission with their RA. And we read stories about that all the time because of Plexus. And it's just so cool. So cool.
It really is.
I love that. I love all these texts on the side. This is really exciting. I've never paid attention to.
I know. I'm not able to see all of that. Like, I'll just see a little blurb and then it'll go away. I know it's because I'm on iPad, but that's amazing. But basically, with the follow-up, because it's so important, and we want our customers to succeed, as much communication as possible with them, like really 1 to 2 times a week the first month at a minimum. I mean, just reaching out, if it's because a lot of people they can get overwhelmed. Well, first of all, especially like with the triplex combo, they can get overwhelmed with the schedule, or how many things they have to take or anything. So reaching out is a good reminder for them, but it's also something that they might not reach out to you and go, oh, I'm kind of struggling. So for you to be able to reach out to them, it gives them the opportunity to go, oh yeah, well, I was kind of struggling with blah, 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 or can you help me with blah, blah, it just keeps those lines of communication open, which is exactly what you want. And then, just like we said, consistency. I mean, if you can tell them anything every single day, take it every single day. That's how you're going to have the highest effective rate, is taking it every single day. It can't be a Monday through Friday thing. It can't be an every other day thing. I mean, it really has to be, for it to be the most effective, take it every single day. Even if I forgot, to take my BioCleanse in the morning or whatever, taking it at night. take it every day. Do not forget. So that's something that we totally recommend. And then also, especially with preferred customers, which is the auto ship, you want to reach out right before their order is about to go out, because you don't want them to get any product that they don't want, basically. So I always reach out and go, hey girl, your auto ship ships out in 2 days. Are you still happy? Is there anything you want to change? Because with the auto ship, they can change anything on their order as long as the date stays the same. They will still get that decrease in price on their 4th month after the 3 consecutive months. Now, if you change the date, then it's going to affect the price, but they might want to cancel. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Because remember, remind them about the preferred customer. What the difference is between retail and preferred.
Okay, retail is a one-time order. It's the most expensive way. Preferred is an auto ship. And but you can cancel it at any time. There's no contract or anything. We never want them to have product that they don't want. And on the 4th consecutive month, the price drops by 10%. So that's the bonus of being preferred. But you can change the order. You can change the order during any month. I change my husband's order all the time, as long as I keep it on the 28th. If I move the date, then he'll go back to square one, and he'll have to order 3 consecutive shipments, and then until he gets the decrease.
But preferred is still cheaper than retail. So even if somebody is changing their dates, they're still getting it cheaper than if they would for retail. So that's okay. You can change your dates, but you're just not going to get that 4th month an additional percentage off,
Right.
So.
Right. Exactly. So it's very important to reach out to preferreds right before their order goes out. Just let them know their order is going out. And if they want to change anything or, heaven forbid, cancel, they can do that. They can have that option. So that's another very important follow-up for customers, for sure. And then there's always, if they are struggling with cost, then there is always the wholesale option that you can offer them if they're ordering, triplex or at least 3 products. So there's always that you can have the discussion after, a month or 2 of the products.
Right.
Any questions?
Another good way just to continue to reach out with your customers, like we were saying in the beginning, is to send a product video. If they're starting Accelerator, send them a product video about the accelerator when they're starting it. If they are a little bit later, if they add the edge, send them a product video about the edge. Just another way to kind of keep that follow-up with them and be able to share about that product that they're taking. And if you need help with video, Jenny and I happen to have a lot of comedy videos out there about all the products. They definitely do not take the serious side of it. And the reason we do that, one, is because it's kind of somewhat our personality. But 2, we are not doctors and nurses, and we will never want to come across that we are. So we try and take that other side of it, because we don't want anybody to think we are coming from that knowledgeable standpoint where maybe if Tova did a video, how that would be different than how I would do one, because I'm not going to pretend that I know all of this information about XYZ when I really don't. And I'm not ever going to pretend to be that person. So that's why I send a lot of, Ame Darlings, and she's really great. And I saw Jill, why did I just draw? Jill, Wernes, and Jennifer Pickett.
Gotcha.
Jill Wernes.
And that's the fantastic this company is there's so many people that do know things like the more medical side of it that we don't need to know it. That we have the resources at our fingertips to be able to share. We can always go like Julianne's always, her favorite thing is if somebody asks her a question she doesn't know, she said, I don't know, but I'm going to find it out for you. And that's a great thing to use for any of your customers. And then you can go and ask Terry Joe or I where to find it.
Right.
But there's so many people in Plexus that are very knowledgeable and have a medical background that we don't need to know. Right. Or pretend to know.
We don't pretend to know. We don't. I don't want to be that. Okay, I will say, when Jenny was talking about consistency earlier, for example, Kent, if he happens to join on, he was a customer of mine for 8 months probably. And the guy did not remember to take his product every single day. He would take it about 40 to 80% of the time. He did great. He liked it, did well. Okay, so he came to our sip and see in Nebraska and decided that day he was going to be consistent. And I was like, so how often are you taking it right now? And he was like, 80 to 90%. Okay, you know that's not consistent, right? You can't take it 6 days a week and expect to, I mean, you just can't. And I'm sure he was taking it much less than that, Kent, if you hear me, because I know you. But the guy started taking it 100% of the time, every single day. And I think it was like on day 4, he sent me a text and he goes, hey, I'm down 3 pounds. Really?
Oh.
Imagine that. What happens when you're consistent and you take it every day? Imagine that.
Oh, God.
I mean, it really is important to take it every single day. You brush your teeth every day, take your Dinplexus every day. Don't skip.
Yes, it's so true.
And so.
And Tova, to answer your question, ambassadors have, Aaliyah was right, a 5-day guarantee on products. 60 days only retail and preferred customers.
Correct. Yes, for sure. Okay, so that's kind of it about customer. Does anybody else have questions about how to follow up with customers or even new ambassadors? Is there anybody wondering?
I don't have a question about following up, but I do have a question about the getting the 10% on the 4th month. So that is if they have, I know they can't change the date on their auto ship, but auto ship is what ships them their products, so that doesn't count for any other order. It's the auto ship going out.
Correct.
On the 4th month, the auto ship goes out, you get 10% off. Or is it the 5th month?
It's the 4th. It's 3
4th.
consecutive months of ordering, and then it's the 4th month that they get the discount.
Right. So yeah, if they order their preferred, but they place, additional orders in twice, that doesn't count. That is their 3 months consecutively, their 4th month with the same date. And I didn't realize this, but they can't even up the date. Like the date just can't change for that additional 10%. The product can change totally, but the date has to remain the same. I don't know.
And it has to be $100, right?
No, not for preferred customer. It can be whatever. If they just order the Edge every month, that's fine. Their 4th month.
Oh, I thought preferred customers had to be. So they could change their auto ship, and their auto ship could be $40.
Yep.
And it would ship.
Yes.
And that would be
there's no
Minimum.
No minimum. No. I mean, you have customer. Do you have a preferred customer maybe that just orders the probiotic?
Yes.
Okay. So on her 4th month of just the probiotic, it would be 10% off.
Okay. So, but for an ambassador, it's $100.
Right. But even an ambassador, if there's an ambassador that doesn't want to have an order go through, they can cancel it. They just are not commission qualified.
Right. Okay.
So, and that means, for example, if I bought twice as much product last month and I don't want any this month, but I still have orders coming in from customers, I don't still have to place one. If I have 100 PV, I'm commission qualified and still earning all across the board.
Okay.
So, but the reason you just have to have at least 100 PV, for example, if you have a team of 200 people under you, Christy, and you don't place an order, you have 0 customers and you don't place an order 1 month and you're at 0 or $95, you will not earn your residual income off that whole team. So, at some point when you're trying to go for Emerald, I'm sure you should probably still be taking your product, which is about the 100 PV. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but
well, you just told us we had to take it every day.
Every dang day.
Every day.
Dang it. Every day. Can't skip.
Every day.
Or I get bossy. Imagine that. Uh-huh. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Yes. As long as you have 100 PV, if your backup order is set to conditional, it will not send to you. So if all your customers' orders are going in, or if I placed my order today, which I did, I placed an order today, my conditional order, what I have set up for the 26th, will not ship to me. If you want it to ship to you no matter what on a certain day of the month, you can change your backup order to unconditional, and it will come no matter what on that specific day, whether you have customers purchased from you or not. It would send to you. So if you need to switch that, y'all, and you need help, let us know and we can help you with that. Because we definitely don't want you to miss out on product if you're thinking it's going to ship to you no matter what on a certain day. If you already have 100 PV, it will not if it's conditional.
Right.
What does AWH stand for on your new dashboard? I know it's a new button today, and we had to guess on that for a while, but it does stand for automatic website hosting. So that is the button when it's your yearly renewal. It would pop up, and I'm guessing that month it probably would pop up and be red, is what I would guess, when it's up time for your renewal.
Okay.
And if your renewal is current, that button is green. So we can't push it. You can't do anything with it. It's just there letting you know whether or not you're automatic, $34.95. Somebody's asking something. Are you there? Who's that?
Who was that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're going to start cracking down because they've been really lenient about renewals. And I mean, I know I have a whole slew of people that haven't renewed and are still ordering. But I think they're going to start cracking down on renewals, or at least that's what their email said last month. So that's probably why they put the button there, just as a little bit bigger of a reminder for the people that do need to renew.
Does the renewal not automatically get withdrawn?
It did for me. It did for me on July 31st. That was my renewal date, and it was automatically. But I know months past, it had not actually.
It did not for me. It was entered in my back office, and I had to call and have it like charged. I think they changed it that if you're, I think if you're turned on, it will automatically renew. But I'm not sure about that. It's still kind of questionable. Amy, Atiba?
Yeah, I was wondering, hey, do you know, did you change your credit card or something like that?
Me?
Yes. Did you change your credit card and that's why it didn't renew? Because I've never had a problem, but I've never changed my credit card. So I'm wondering if it's people who have either, like maybe their expiration date on their credit card changed or something like that. And that's why those people aren't automatically going through.
I did have to change my credit card because I did get a new card with the chip. So I went in and changed it, and you can make it default and it'll say this is your renewal card. And I did that for mine, but I can understand if some people out there had an old credit card or things like that and didn't change it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, why people aren't getting an automatic renewal is just because of like credit card issues like that. So that they'd have to go in and do the renewal. And then, of course, you would forget. You don't necessarily know when your anniversary date is. So I know that an actual Diamond got called because her renewal didn't go through. And they called her and said, your renewal hasn't gone through. And it was a credit card issue. So I'm wondering if that Diamond was like, hey, can we do a better job of showing us? Because I'm a Diamond and I didn't know. I mean, So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
That's awesome.
And then literally, like she made that video 2 days ago, and then the button popped up today.
Oh my gosh, that's
oh my God, that had to have been. That's hilarious.
Right?
Well, good. I'm glad. I hope it's like, God, I have people that it doesn't matter how many times I say you're expired. You've been like my sister. I don't know. Cindy, are you on? I don't think she's on. She's been expired since February, and she has not renewed. So maybe that button will be a big, red flag for her, so she'll renew on her next order. But
right. I'm wondering if you can push it if you're red. Hey, Mercedes, we should have you test that out for us because this is your renewal month. If you have a second, sign into your back office and see if you can push that button or if yours is red.
Okay.
Because and that would be interesting to see what hers looked like because this is her renewal month.
it would be really nice if it sent you to a link and you could just pay it right then. If it did, if you could, that would be really great.
I do recall on July 30th, because the 31st was on a Sunday, and I remember literally texting Jenny in a panic because I wanted to make sure they were cracking down on renewals. And I was like, I can't even call them on Sunday if my renewal doesn't go through and it's the end of the month. I was really worried, but mine went through and it was fine.
Okay.
That was a stressful situation.
Jenny was like, it'll be fine. I was like, no, it won't be.
Yeah, it was. It was stressful.
It was. I was stressed. Mercedes, if you look at yours on your qualification box on the left-hand side of it under your PV, you have an AWH button. Is it red or green?
Green.
Oh, right. Okay, I don't know. Because this is her renewal month. So I guess that button is new. That button is new today, and so I'm sure information will come out about it in the very near future.
Right. I'm sure we'll get an email about it, soon.
Yes, Heather, Heather asked if she doesn't have anyone under her ordering, will you still get your triplex every month? And yes, when you do sign up with your, I think you just joined the other day, when you did just sign up, your default for your back order is the 26th. So if you joined on the 15th, your backup order is not going out till the 26th. You will be missing out on 11 days of product. So before next month's time frame comes and you're wanting to move up your order date, you would want to do that so that you didn't run out of your product and not get it, till after the 26th. Because by default, unless you change that during your sign up, it defaults till the 26th of the following month.
And the closer it gets, Heather, I can help you. I can walk you through how to change your date on that.
It won't be hard. You got a big team to support you. We'll make sure you're taken care of.
Not at all. It's super easy.
Yeah, for sure.
How long does it take?
Okay, so
super. It's fast. I can track your package after we get off this call and see when you should have a tracking number because you ordered yesterday or you joined yesterday. So you should have a tracking number by now, and I can message you. But it's really quick. It's 2-day priority shipping for ambassadors.
Yeah, it's really quick. Okay, let's go with that. If y'all have a customer's order and it is not moved and you do not have a tracking number within 3 business days, you need to contact customer service and let them know. Or actually, there is probably a form you can fill out online, and we can help you guys with that. But if you have a customer's order and it has not gotten a tracking within 3 business days, you need to follow up on that because it just means somehow it got missed. Okay?
Absolutely. That's a great point. I mean, really, now these days, it's rare. Back in October when we had the system changed, there were a lot of delays. But absolutely, it's your job. That customer has no idea how fast he should get his product. He or she should get her product. So yeah, that is your job to be looking out for that product and making sure it's moving.
Right. And Teresa, she did just order last Wednesday and she received it today. So for some reason, I know there was a weekend in there, but that's a little longer than normal. It normally doesn't take, 5 business days to get it, like a whole week.
Longer. Yeah.
So yeah, just keep an eye on that with your customers. That's part of getting a customer. They are now your responsibility. Everything that they need relies on you. You're getting paid to have them. Take care of them.
Again, you want them to succeed. You want them to be happy. So those little things that you do, it makes it so much easier. And, they stay happy.
Right. And remember, someone who's successful on the product might tell somebody, but someone who is not successful is going to tell everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you want to do everything well.
Terry, I like that.
It's true. I mean, you want to make sure you're following up and keeping them happy, and that's your job. That's what we're here for. And if you need help, doing that, oh my gosh, reach out to your uplines because that's what we all are here for. But we did want to talk on expanding your network, y'all. And that is, we want you to think big. Think bigger than what you're doing right now. You want to build relationships outside of your little tiny circle. It is great to have a bunch of ambassadors, surrounding you in our smaller towns and things like that. But really, really think about reaching out to people outside. I mean, go big. You've got friends in California. You need to call them up and get them on Plexus. You have friends in, Tennessee. You have friends in Canada. You have friends in, Florida, wherever. Reach outside of your little small network of your friends that you hang out with. Think much bigger than that. And start building relationships outside of where you're at right now. really, really, really focus on building relationships outside of your little small network. Very cool.
Woo!
Got a new ambassador. Look at that.
Prospects in Vegas. That's fantastic. But yeah, absolutely. That's like the thing, Heather. That's the great thing about Facebook is you can reach. There's no other platform that you can reach that many people in one post. I mean, not saying that everyone is seeing your post, you know, but it's a huge platform for you to talk about it. And just think about where all of your friends on Facebook live. They're all over the country, probably, right? And so that's such a great place to start is Facebook. But when you're thinking about, and even still to this day, sometimes I'm like, God, who can I reach out to? I mean, it really, your vision, your thinking can be narrow sometimes. And when you think big, it really, like the sky's the limit for this. Like, you know, anybody and everybody. Think anybody and everybody. The Frank's list is a great way. We always talk about making your list of 100 plus. And your Frank's list is a great way to break it down of who you know and where you know. So Frank's, the F stands for friends. So all of your friends, it can be locally, that can be friends from college, that can be friends that you grew up with, that can be friends from high school, that can be friends, you know, I mean, think about how many friends you have, how many connections you have with friends. The R is relatives. Yeah, I'm sure you have relatives all over the nation. I know I do. Aunts and uncles and cousins and great aunts and just all over the country. All over, not only your mom and dad that live down the street. You know, just think bigger. Acquaintances. You know, the mailman or your you know, your hairstylist or somebody that you see that not necessarily you kind of have a relationship with, but you don't necessarily see them every day. Neighbors, all of your neighbors around up and down the street and 2 blocks over. Kids connections, any type of sporting activity they had. Amy Achiba was talking about she needed to get her youngest daughter into soccer so she could build more acquaintances for Plexus, more people to Plexus with. So just another group of friends. My kids are both starting new schools this year. Okay, more connections for Plexus. Aiden's doing flag football. I mean, just more people to Plexus with. So think of people and you meet through your kids. And then the S is spousal connections. Make sure that y'all tag your spouse in every single post because his friends see that too. And because my husband doesn't post a whole lot. So if you look at his wall, it's basically identical to my wall. But a lot of his friends I'm not friends with. And when we went back for the 20th year, his 20th year reunion, high school reunion last year, I had so many people from his high school ask me about Plexus because I had been tagging him in all of my posts. And actually I have a few customers, two customers now, current customers that are from his high school. So that is a kind of a general, you know, to give you a little bit of guidance on who you can reach out to. But don't just keep it in your town. Don't just keep it in your family. Don't just keep it within your close group of friends. Think big. Think big. We have somebody on this call from Canada. So she's in Nova Scotia, Canada. So I met her on Instagram. And I mean, so think big. Think big.
Hey, Jenny, I have a question about your Instagram because I have some Instagram people that I would like. Did you reach out to her via Instagram?
She reached out to me last September. Alex, we're talking about you. And wanted to order. So she ordered 1 month and wasn't interested. She ordered 1 month retail, wasn't interested, but really it just wasn't a good time in her life. She now knows that. We've talked about it. And then I reached back out to her because she was commenting on some of my posts and liking some of my posts. And I knew she would be a great ambassador. I just loved her energy and I loved her posts. And so I reached out to her and said, girl, you need to try these products again. Try the triplex, and I just kind of encouraged her. And I don't even know if she commented. I don't even think she responded. And then when we were in Vegas, she came back and said, okay, I think I want to try. So I'm trying to think. I've reached out through Instagram on the little direct message button on Instagram. I guess it's probably been a handful of people I've reached out through that with. I also find them on Facebook. That's usually how I do it because I like to use Facebook Messenger. So I'll usually find my Instagram people on Facebook and then go that way.
Yeah.
Another avenue, just another way.
I've had a couple people on Instagram reach out to me. And I think that's because some hashtags for real. And I haven't been really, and people I don't know, somebody reached out to me about migraines and somebody reached out to me about a free sample. Now, she hasn't done anything, but I've sent her a sample and, she's still communicating with me and one day she might want to do it. But definitely, I mean, Instagram it's great. There's a great avenue there. And, I know when Jenny probably got a lot of interest from when she was doing or still is doing, help me out, Jenny. Shauna Harrison.
Sweat a Day.
Thank you.
Sweat a Day.
Sweat a Day.
Yeah. They have a huge fitness, health, and wellness community, Instagram does. And I have 3 ambassadors that I met on Instagram.
Right.
And I've never met them before. And I feel like I know them, but I felt that connection through Instagram with them before I even connected with them, just because it's such a sweet, supportive community. So, but yeah, it's a great, just another avenue.
Right. So really think outside your little local network, think outside of the people that you see every day and grow and build relationships with those people. Because we're in relationship business. You're dealing with health and wellness. It's not like, get it?
Right. Yes. You want your people to succeed. You want your people to feel good. There's nothing better than hearing and, reaching out like Aaliyah. There's nothing better than hearing about how good she feels. And it's such a rewarding business. So the more that you can follow up and really help your customers and ambassadors, just the better it is, for everyone.
Right.
For sure. But, once you get, you really, this is just a guideline. This is what we like to do. You can find your groove, find what feels good. Definitely just keeping the lines of communication open. I really don't think you can reach out and follow up enough.
No, not at all. Right.
There's nobody that's going to be mad at you for you reaching out because you want to know how they're feeling. Nobody's going to be like, oh, God, that person is so annoying because they want to know if I'm feeling okay. You just know that you can.
They may not respond to you, and that's okay, but it's your job. It's what we do,
right.
To keep following up and making sure. And they may just be like, yeah, I haven't started it yet, or something, and that's okay. That's okay.
What is it that saying? Is it people don't care about what you say, they care about how you say it, or
it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
You say it, and then they want to know you care. There's another thing about wanting to know you care, and that's so true. I can't remember. I've lost it, but there's some other really good quote that would come that would be perfect for this situation right now, and I can't think of it. So.
This is one of my, I did a live video the other day about all these sticky notes that I keep on my computer. Here's another one. And this is one of my favorites, and it is, every one of your individual efforts makes a difference. And I love that because that is so true. Don't ever think your effort doesn't make a difference. It may not make a difference today for somebody, but 1 year from now, they might come back to you and say, like Amy said, one of her people 3 years ago probably, and just came back to her this week and was like, okay, I'm ready to get started. It is building that relationships now and continuing to follow up and continuing to be present. And so again, because I have to say this every single Zoom, not everybody has to post on Facebook, and I totally get that. But if you are going to share, you are going to share every single day, and I'm going to make you do it. Because when you only share once a week when you only share on Monday and Thursday, which is fine. I guess you can totally do that too. But my whole point is be consistent in what your choice is. If you're only sharing twice a week, I want you to share twice a week every single week. Don't share, 17 times today and not come back to it for 2 weeks, because people are waiting for you to quit, and they're waiting to see that you're failing so that they don't have to try it, so they don't have to believe you. So if you are going to share, you need to make a conscious effort to be consistent in sharing. Just like you're consistent in doing your products, be consistent in sharing. Gotcha?
Absolutely. Amen, sister.
So I am big about sharing every single day, because the way social media works, not everybody sees your post. You can post today and 7% of your Facebook friends saw your post. That's it, just 7%. So not everybody sees it. My hairstylist didn't even know I was doing Plexus for 4 months, and I shared every single day on Facebook, and she never saw it. Just saying.
That's so crazy.
So
Just saying.
But I know we've kind of run over. It's 9:10. We try and want to keep it to an hour. I mean, we definitely could talk forever, but we can save some other stuff for next week. Next week, we really want to talk about why you want to build a team of ambassadors. I think that's something we want to touch on, right, Jenny?
Yes, that sounds great. Absolutely.
So, does anybody have any questions or need help with anything? Let's take a team picture. Oh, just smile anyway.
Carrie Jo,
Yes, ma'am.
next week when you talk about ambassadors, will you talk a little bit about, how do I say it? Is it better to have ambassadors or preferred? Because if they're ambassadors, then you're not getting any PV. So do you want ambassadors or preferred? Would you talk about that?
I will. Do you want me to touch really quick on it right now, though? Do you want to have it? Well, residual income. When you guys figure out residual income, you will walk through a brick wall to get it. Jenny was on vacation for, 4 days, and her team was continuing to build. And if you want to talk the business side of it, she was making money and not working at all. Do you know what I'm saying? The residual income about it. When you have your team of ambassadors, you're getting pay points. Plexus pays you to have a team. So basically, pay points are, think about it as profit sharing. So you may not be getting the PV from that, but you're earning points. So if you have a level 1 through 3 ambassadors, level 1, I'm Jenny, Knott's level 1. I'm Amy's level 2. So Christy Salter is Amy's level 3. And it kind of goes like that as far as your people. Okay, so level 1 is somebody you directly sign. Level 2 is who they sign, etc. You are getting 5 points for each of those levels, for each of those individual ambassadors. Plexus has an average pay point. They figure at the end of the month. I think last month it might have been $2.80. The average point, I usually just use a figure of about $3. So, for example, if I hit 500 points this month, just because I have this team that's grown, if I hit 500 points this month, times that by 3, and that is my residual income I'm getting, and I didn't do anything for it except for being a leader and helping my team.
Okay, I just find a lot of my ambassadors did the wholesale when it was on sale just to get the cheaper product.
Yeah, that's okay.
And they're not wanting to sell, so.
That's okay.
Okay.
I have a lot of, you can definitely keep them as a preferred customer. You can do that. In my opinion is if someone wants to do the triplex or wants to do the slim plus 2 other products, it's going to benefit them a lot more price-wise.
Right. And that's what I've told them.
Right.
When we start off, a lot of them just start off with the drink.
Right.
For the first month, then add the triplex. And I tell them, if you like the triplex and want to continue to do it, then I tell them the price points, and it really is better to be an ambassador.
Right. And that may seem not like, okay, I have 3 ambassadors, so that's 15 points times 3, and you're thinking that's not a lot, but you would not believe how much that adds up over time. I mean, your team just will explode, Teresa, and you'll start to, okay, all of a sudden you're going to get $300 in residual points. I also think that ambassadors, when someone joins as an ambassador, they are now a part of a team. So you've added them to Jenny and Heather's Peak Believers page. You've added them to our Rockstar page. You've added them to Generation Plexus. They are getting support from so many people all across the board, and they're hearing encouragement from hundreds of people now versus just if I just have somebody just working with me as a customer. I notice my ambassadors are much more successful on the product because they're more willing to ask questions. They've invested $34.95 to join, and they're a little bit more invested in the product, and they want to try it out for more than just 30 days. When I was a customer, I was a horrible customer, and I use myself as an example all the time because I was not consistent on the products. I was not taking them every single day. I just didn't see the benefits of it as much until I became an ambassador. When I became an ambassador, it completely switched 180 degrees for me. I now invested $34.95. I was going to take the dang products every single day. And I had cheerleaders coming at me from all different angles. And I think you really just are more successful when you are an ambassador. Well, that's my personal opinion.
I chuckle anyway because I did the same thing. And I said I will never, ever post or say anything about it. I just want the cheaper products. And they've only been doing it a month. So I'm guessing after they've done it a couple months and really see the benefits, they're going to start talking like I did.
Right. I get it. I was the same way. I wasn't going to tell anybody about it.
No.
And now look I can't shut up.
Yeah.
Somebody had their hand raised. That popped up and now it's disappeared.
Oh.
Heather asked what PV is.
Oh.
Okay. PV is known as product volume or personal volume. It's basically sales. It's the volume of your sales. So for example, the wholesale of the triplex is, I think it's $109. Your PV for that is $101. That is the product value. That is the commission that you earn on those products. Does that make sense a little bit?
Qualified, you need 100 or more in PV.
Right.
But that can be your product and your customer's product.
Right.
Any customers that you have.
Right.
It's just your preferred. It's not your ambassadors.
It's just your customers. It's you and your customers, correct. It's not but Teresa, you do make 5% of your ambassador's commission. Okay. So now if they have anything over $100, so if they have $200 in product, but that adds up over your board. So you do have that little
perk. Saying that for Heather, so she understood.
Sure, exactly. Awesome. So yes, that's what PV is. That somebody else had their hand raised, maybe. I love those texting on the side. I think that's great.
That is great.
I've never noticed it before, or no one's ever used it. I love it. It's fantastic. It is great.
Good question, Teresa. Good question. Yeah. We'll talk more about it next week too.
Right. But I really think the team atmosphere makes a big difference in the person's, being fickle. Customers are fickle, and I was one of them.
Yep. Oh, customers are so fickle. And there's also an accountability when you're an ambassador. Like if you're promoting these products, then you got to take these products. You got to be a product of the product. So it's definitely like this full circle when people truly get it. Now, there are so many, like the majority of my ambassadors are wholesale. But when somebody truly gets it, that's when the magic happens.
Yeah.
One more question.
Yes.
One more question. Terry Jo, where did you post that recipe for those bites?
Oh, it's in the Sip and See, but I'll post that on the Rockstars page when we get done.
Okay.
But I did post it in the Sip and See, but that's, after you have a Sip and See event, it kind of disappears and it's really hard to go back and find it. So I will post those. Are delicious, aren't they?
Yep, I bought this. I got my powder shake mix today, so I want to make them and take them to school tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. So Christy asked about what is happening with the book we're reading, The Millionaire by Halftime.
Sorry.
And Jenny's been posting about it, and I should have taken that over while she was on vacation, but I was like, I didn't know what to do.
It's totally fine. I'm behind. I'm sorry. And I thought about that today. We just got back tonight. And so I will start that again. I think I left off on chapter 5. I was supposed to get chapters, what was it, 1 through 10 last week.
But I think everybody's kind of behind in reading that, so I think we're cool kind of where we're at.
Right. But start it tomorrow, definitely. Chapter 5 will be tomorrow. And what I'm doing is just posting. I'm glad you said something, Christy, because I meant to say something. I'm just posting chapter 5 and then a quote that stood out for me. And then anybody that wants to comment or anybody that felt something or was inspired by something could comment and post. Or, you know, if you have something, Christy, that really spoke to you, feel free to post in that the Rockstar Book Club Facebook page. So yeah, feel free to say I love this post or whatever. Right. I love this quote.
Mm-hmm. I tried to look all over in Pinterest for graphics about the book because I was trying to think it'd be really cool to have all these quotes on these different graphics, and that was really harder to find than I thought.
I know, the same thing. I tried to find some quotes in these cool little graphics, and there aren't very many.
No, he's got just a few out there, so I guess I could make some up. I mean, not make up the quotes, but I can make up the graphics.
Yeah.
But I really
or we can just
yeah. So if anybody wants to hop on with us, we are reading the book Millionaire by Halftime by Presley Swaggart, I think is the name.
Presley Swaggart. Yep.
Presley Swaggart, and it's a really, really good book. If you can get it on your iPhone, your iPad, your Kindle, whatever you have. It's like a few bucks to download the electronic version, and you can put it on your phone. And Christy said she noticed the other day she could highlight and make notes on that, and I did too. It's really cool.
Yes, and the author is Presley Swaggerty.
Oh, Swaggerty.
Swaggerty. It's a Y at the end.
Oh yeah, right. Good point.
So if anyone's just in case anyone's trying to Google it, it's not coming up.
Swaggerty, right? I think
it's just one G.
Yeah.
1G. Okay, but it's called Millionaire by Halftime, and you get it from you either buy the book from his website, or I have mine on iBooks. And what I've noticed really cool too is when I'm doing my late night reading at midnight, my screen automatically turns to black and the words are in white.
Yeah, this is my first experience with iBooks, and I like it.
Yeah, I've done it before, but it's been a year or two, so I guess I did not remember that at all. But that's a great book. If anybody wants to jump in and start reading that with us, the pages, I mean, it's like 9 pages a chapter or 7. It's super easy read.
Yeah, it's very easy read.
Really could change your life if you would read it.
I didn't think I would like it, and I am reading a chapter in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee, and I love it. I love it for so much more than network marketing.
I know.
Awesome.
It makes sense, Chris, because he's a coach, so it totally makes sense.
I totally get him.
And Cheyenne, who's our diamond, and Celia, our senior ruby, they were both their high school teacher. And so he's local to us, but our uplines actually had this guy as a high school teacher, and he's making millions a week, like from network marketing. And so he kind of knows what he's talking about.
I wonder if they've gotten in touch with him and said, "Hey, we're your students. We're your former students."
I feel like he contacted Cheyenne. There was something about that. I feel like he sent her a book, or he did something. So
yeah. I remember, but yeah, I do remember that there was some type of communication between them.
Right. I can't remember what it was, but that's pretty cool. Amy, do you have anything to add today? Where'd she go?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Our brilliant senior Ruby.
Oh.
She's so close to Emerald. It's right around the corner. We're trying to get her there.
Thanks to y'all.
It's a team. It's a team effort, right?
Teamwork it's true. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's crazy.
It does.
Just don't quit. Just keep plugging away. Don't keep planting those plexus seeds. Don't let anybody discourage you.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. I mean, people that, had dirty comments or, said it didn't work or whatever, how many times people have come back and they're going to come back to me because I've been consistent, because I've consistently posted. I consistently take my product and I mean, it's just amazing how many times. I mean, I've had people start and stop the products maybe 4 times. I mean, you know, I've had probably 3 people like that, that, you know, just haven't been able to stay consistent, but they keep coming back to me. Okay, I want to try again. I want to try again. So just stay consistent and keep planting those Plexus seeds.
I love that you share that, because that's so important for everyone to hear, that it's okay what y'all are going through. If you lose a customer, if you know, they say it's not working for them or whatever, it's so important for their uplines, you know, the senior rubies, to talk about how many customers have come and gone in their life and they've come back and they've finally seen the light. I mean, I love when y'all say that, because I remember when I first signed up, Amy's my cousin. And when I first signed up, I remember you telling me all these stories, these crazy stories about people will turn off and they'll walk away and then they'll come back, and those stuck with me. So when it happened to me, it was okay, because it wasn't like it was only happening to me. It's normal. So I love that you say that.
A lot of commotion going on behind me.
Okay, are we good? I know it's a late night. Y'all were amazing tonight. Let me tell you, y'all were so amazing. I'm so excited. I felt like this was so, what's the word? It wasn't just Terry Jo and I talking. It was like, we
want these Zooms to be really, we want these Zooms to be more than just Jenny and I. I mean, granted, we want to be able to do a training and help you guys seriously.
Yes, interactive. Thank you, Aaliyah.
Interactive and productive. And by having everyone in and ask questions.
Yeah, that was amazing. Y'all are awesome. Totally love you. Y'all are amazing. So.
Tova just bought the book, so she's going to start with that one. Oh, Barb, I love it. Barb she goes, I have to admit, where did it go? I came to the Sip and See partially just to see you guys. Thanks for coming to Nebraska. We loved coming. Oh my gosh. Well, one, I mean, it is kind of my stomping grounds, so I absolutely was super excited to be able to go there for this. And then tour Jenny around. I took her to Tico's. I took her to Runza. Or she had a Runza. She went to Valentino's, and I got a picture in front of the stadium, in front of a cornfield. I mean, it was just really cool to come back. And then we have such a humongous team in Nebraska, you all. I mean, it was amazing. It was really cool to come and meet you guys, for sure.
But the next time you make it to Nebraska, you're not leaving the state until you come to Lead Belly or Toast.
I know. We'll have to come back for longer than 24 hours next time, because that was really short. But we had to get back. And that's the great part about this. I mean, this is the first time we've flown, you know, to do a Sip and See for our team somewhere. And it was a great opportunity. We loved being able to come meet everybody, but I would definitely love to go to Lead Belly and come see you at your comfort zone. That would be cool.
That was the funnest 24 hours, I swear. I was just tickled by the whole experience. It was so fun, and y'all were so welcoming. It was just hilarious. I was on a high for like 3 days after it. It was so fun.
Okay, Heather, you're from Texas. Where at in Texas?
She's
Born, Boerne. I don't know where that's at.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
Now I gotta go Google that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to look. Oh, San Antonio. Oh, you're south. Okay. Okay. Great.
Nice.
Maybe we can find some Plexus peeps.
That's right.
We can find some in the area.
There's a lot of Plexus peeps down by Austin that are on our team, which, you know, I mean, it's kind of in that general, you know, hour and a half from each other.
General area, San Antonio, Austin.
Well, it's different than being like, you know.
There it is. It's north.
I know. I gotcha, Terry Jo. I gotcha. So.
Got it. Okay, I see it. It's just.
Let's let y'all go so y'all can go to sleep. So, because I know that y'all are tired. If you're like me, you're tired.
Not me.
Not you, I know. Well, Terry Jo, if you want to stay on with Terry Jo, she'll chat with you for the next 4 hours. Make sure to have it in tomorrow.
Right. I had an edge today because I have been staying up way too late lately. It is what it is. Okay, so we will be on next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, same time, or normally Tuesdays.
Yes. Tuesday.
And I will say, let me announce that on August 31st, Jenny and I are doing a Plexus online Zoom opportunity meeting. So something just like the Sip and See we did in Nebraska, but we're doing it online. So that is an opportunity for you to bring potentials. It'll be a Zoom just like this, and we'll be doing basically a Sip and See on a Zoom. So we can get more than just a local network, and you can have anybody join that you want. So that'll be July 31st. August 31st. I think it's at 7 p.m. It's a Wednesday. So we'll put more information out about that here in the next day or so. Cool?
Yes.
So we'll see y'all in for that too.
Yes.
Okay, y'all have a great night.
Bye.
Y'all are awesome.
Thank
Y'all
you
have a
so
good
much
night.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you.
Kathy, my edge is still going strong too.
Mine too.
Okay, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Guys, thank you.